Hello, my name is Lauren, and I hope you're having a peachy day. Get it? I changed my username to warupeachie. This is going to be a video of me talking about the rise and fall of TheWaifuWaluigi, the username, not the person. Because that's me. And I don't want to do that. I'm not going to just sit here and be like, here's why I have a problem. Here's the rise of my success and my downfall. But the username, we could talk about. So I have had the TheWaifuWaluigi Twitch account and username and branding. I'm gonna confidently say since I was 18, that is when I made my Twitch account. I am 24. I've spent 6 years of my life with this username and branding. And even prior to that, I think I started having WaifuWaluigi like on Steam when I was 17 or 16. I don't know. But for the sake of this video, I'll just say 18. Okay, I was 18 because that's when I made my Twitch. I've had the username for a while. And it was time for a change. Especially lately, there have just been a lot of my own issues that have arisen with the username. I think it's a great username. I think it's super fun, but there was a lot of cons and it was just time for a change. And I'll go over those cons real soon. But first, I'm sorry my bed's not made. I'm sorry I have a bunch of yarn on the floor, and I'm sorry I literally just have a stack of figures and a doll. I have no excuse. I have nothing to say in response to that, but I'm sorry. Also, I'm sorry I have not uploaded a video exclusive to YouTube in 2 months. I'm a broken record. I've just been working. I don't even work that much. I only work like 3 days a week, but whenever I get home, I'm like, I just want to sit and not do anything. And I bet you're like, there's 4 other days in the week. And you're right. I don't have any excuse for those. When I do have free time though, and do like reasonably have time to sit down and be like, okay, I could record a video. I am in my alleged last year of college and I'm trying to graduate. I'm getting my bachelor's, hopefully. Fingers crossed if all goes according to plan. So whenever I do have free time, I'm like, I could be studying or reading my textbook or doing homework. So my priorities are just kind of in slightly different places right now. I do miss recording stuff for YouTube as well as editing. I do have some VODs that are on the back burner to edit. I just have to sit down and edit it, but again, I've just been prioritizing my time differently. I am sorry you are watching this on YouTube. If you are someone that doesn't really follow me on YouTube, I'm sorry to kind of be like, sorry you're on the back burner everything else, but I do stream. You can watch all my VODs there. I do actually upload all my VODs there, so if you do just need a video fix, I do have a lot of saved stuff as well as actual live content that I do typically in the mornings. If you do just miss my presence here, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get back to uploading soon. I mean, I have to edit and upload this, so there you go. But yeah, so I am just kind of dropping in to be like, hey, I'm changing my username. Bye! See you in 2 more months. JK, hopefully before 2 more months go by. But I did want to talk about my old username. I'm sure every single person was just like, oh my god, Lauren, where did you come up with the WaifuWaluigi name? What is the origin story? It's not that fun of a story, but I will talk about it. My new username and the various factors that led me to wanting to change my username. So the WaifuWaluigi username originated back when I was just kind of playing games on Steam. I played a lot of solo games, but I was kind of like, I finally made friends that played online multiplayer games, and when I would play games with them, I just had my old username, which was before the WaifuWaluigi, I was Lavender Novelty, on Steam, and that's just kind of what my username places. Which, if you have any questions about that, it was a reference to Violet Chachki. I made the Lavender Novelty account during Violet Chachki was gonna win. It was at a point in the season where it's yeah, she's winning the show. And I was like, oh, Lavender Novelty, so cute. I like the color lavender. I think my favorite color was already pink, but I still like lavender enough. But, so yeah, I would play games with my friends, and obviously, I knew them in person, so they would just call me Lauren when we played games. But if I played games with them and their friends, they would call me by my username, because they'd know my name. And I don't remember what the context was, but I just so vividly remember some person being like, you just killed Lavender! And I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And I was like, oh my god, I need to change my username. Because if I am playing games with strangers, I'm not going to be called Lavender. That is horrible. If you go by Lavender, live your life. I don't like it for myself. So I started thinking and brainstorming. I was just kind of like, what on earth can I do? I don't know. And I was just kind of like, just randomly looking things up. I was just thinking about other usernames, what usernames I like, what I like in usernames. And one of my friends at the time had a Tumblr account that had waifu in the URL or username or whatever. And I was like, I like that. Like, being called waifu is so cute. I want to have waifu in my name. And I was like, waifu Waluigi. And that's it. Boom. It came to me like that. That's it. And I was like, waifu Waluigi. That's going to be my name on Steam and whatever. And I found like a cute like picture of Waluigi that I could make my profile picture that I was like, oh, look, blah, blah, blah. There we go. And then I was waifu Waluigi for many years. And again, like, that was when I was like somewhere 16 or 17, I think is when that happened. And then when it was time to make my Twitch, I made TheWaifuWaluigi, which brings me to point 1 on why I wanted to change my username. I had on Twitch TheWaifuWaluigi. Someone already had WaifuWaluigi, so I had to add a "the" in front of it. And this was already something I did not really like because it meant I could not have consistency amongst any social media I would make, or I would just have to have "the" in front of everything and literally have a long username of TheWaifuWaluigi, which was just too long. A lot of naming things or games that you name yourself limit you to 12 characters, which WaifuWaluigi fits perfectly into, but the second you add the, we're in 15 characters. We're pushing it. We're no longer able to add it. So it's already a name that I can't have it everywhere. So on Twitch, I had to have the, but then on every other social media, I didn't want to have the on it. I just wanted it to be WaifuWaluigi. On something, I had a period in between. Somewhere else, I had an underscore. Even here on YouTube, I had it 2 separate words. So there was just already like a lack of consistency right from the get-go. I already could not have unity. And this didn't bother me at first, but I knew it would. Like, I was okay with it. But I was like, I know as time goes on, this is going to irk me, and I am gonna need to, like, put them all together. And I think in my head, I was just kind of like, oh, if I ever hit partner, I will just, like, I'll be like, hello, Twitch. Hello, Mr. Twitch. Can I have the, regular WaifuWaluigi username? How I would get it everywhere else, I don't know. But yeah, so that was already problem 1. I did not like the in my username. And very minor, but it did cause a few issues early on. Like, I know people that like tried to put me on their host list or auto host list because that was like important at the time. Sometimes not put the in and literally just had the wrong person on their auto host list for like who knows how long. Granted, I don't think that person streams. If you do, there you go. But I don't think they did, so they were just kind of like meant to auto host me and weren't auto hosting me. Not a big issue, but it was just kind of a username that like having the in it just does make it unnecessarily complicated, and I knew one day I would want to get rid of it somehow. Another issue with the username, I don't really like Waluigi that much. Like, I'm sorry to like let the mask slip, like bring down the wall or whatever it is. I'm sorry to ruin the immersion, but I am just so neutral to Waluigi. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like I've literally crafted my brand around him to some extent. I don't even like him that much. So I'm very neutral. And it was also a thing, like, if I played games with people, like, if I played Mario Party, I'd be like, why are you not playing as Waluigi?
Okay, so WaifuWaluigi has to be Waluigi, I believe.
Oh, okay. I could be Waluigi.
I think it's a given, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just the brand.
We're playing with WaifuWaluigi, and she's not Waluigi.
Okay.
We all gave up Peach for a streamer named WaifuWaluigi.
Listen, it's a part of the lore. You don't know my iceberg.
Go deep.
She might rebrand one of these days to warupeachie, like.
Yeah. And it's like, 'cause I don't like him. Like, Peach is my favorite character. I see we're laying the seeds of the new username. But it's like, Waluigi was not even my favorite character. I also, like, this has not happened in, like, 2 years, but, like, I was, at a point in time, I feel like I was asked a lot, like, is Waluigi your waifu, or, like, are you Waluigi's waifu? And I just like the way it sounded. Like, it was literally, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I just like the way WaifuWaluigi sounds. I'm a sucker for alliteration. That was it. Like, it was not that deep. Like, it's not this big lore building thing. Like, I am not Waluigi's waifu. He is not mine. It is just a funny username. Also, before Sora was announced as the last Smash character, so many people asked me if I wanted Waluigi in Smash, and I didn't. I don't like Smash Bros. I don't like Smash Bros. And just so many times he'll be like, oh, are you sad Waluigi's not in Smash? Oh, I'm so sorry Waluigi's not in Smash. I don't care. I didn't care about it. Him being in Smash had nothing to do with me. Honestly, I'm relieved he's not in Smash, because I feel like if he were, and people would be like, oh my god, why don't you play Smash? Waluigi's in it. So I'm so thankful he's not in it. But that was also something really stressful, and I was so relieved when Sora was finally announced. And I feel like after he was announced, like, I think only like 2 people were like, are you sad while it wasn't Waluigi? No, I was not sad it was not Waluigi. I was elated. I was ecstatic it was not Waluigi. But see, it just, there's so many reasons. There's so many slight irritations that occurred from this username. Also, like, one too many people asked me to wah, which, like, I get it. It was my username, but it was kind of like, this is a lot. This is too much. And yeah, it was all of the Waluigi-centric parts of the username just kind of caused some issues for me, man. I don't know. Also, going back to me changing my username to be called something else, to me, waifu is like the first like word in it, to where it's like, okay, if someone reads it, they'll say waifu. But I didn't think at the time, Waluigi is like clearly the name in the username. So people would call me Waluigi sometimes, and I did not enjoy that. I was not angry, because that is a part of the username, and it was the name of in the use, like, it was the name part of the username, but I didn't like called being Waluigi. And also, I feel like, I don't think anyone was, but I kind of became very aware of the potential to make people uncomfortable by referring to someone else as waifu. Which, if you go by waifu on the internet in any capacity, I'm sure this is not a problem. I'm sure it is just something I've crafted in my head. But I was like, what if someone is in a relationship and I cause problems by them referring to me as waifu? You know, like, I don't want to make people uncomfortable by like referring to someone else on the internet as waifu. I don't know. It was just a whole thing within my head. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. And it just kind of went to the point where it's like, anytime I'm ever in a place where someone was like, oh, what do you, is there a thing, like a name you want to be called? I would just say, you can just call me Lauren. Like, I would just be like, you can call me waifu or Lauren or like Waluigi, like whatever is fine. And it was just like this whole thing of like, I literally made this username so people can call me by it if they don't know my name. And it just comes to me having to just constantly be like, hi, I'm Lauren, just call me that. And I think the most major point, I don't know the likelihood of this happening, but Waluigi may be copywritten or trademarked by Nintendo. So they could sue me, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But the fear was really present. So I was like, do I want to wait for Nintendo to sue me, or should I just change my name earlier? And yeah, I decided to change my name earlier before I got sued by Nintendo. Because I don't know, I wasn't going to stick with that username long enough to find out. And that is what led to the fall of WaifuWaluigi as a username for myself. Now, the rise of warupeachie. Isn't it just cute? I'm a cute girl. I am a very cute girl. And I needed to have a username that reflects how cute I am. And warupeachie is adorable. It is so cute. Plus, if someone does not know what my name is, they can call me warupeachie or they can call me Peachy. Isn't that so adorable? They could just call me Peachy. It's so cute. Where I came up with the username, my username was already Waluigi, and my favorite character was Peach in the whole Nintendo sphere. So to me, it just kind of was like, what would Peach be? What would her antithesis be? If Peach had a Waluigi or Wario, what would hers be? Would it be like a Walupeachie or Warupeachie? So then I Googled, and I found a, gaming image that was like, in Mario Tennis, they were gonna have antithesis to Peach, named Warupeachie. And it was like a light fell from the heavens with the username Warupeachie right in front of me. Clearly mine is spelled differently my username is spelled differently from that Peachy, like hers is like P-I-C-H-I and mine's P-E-A-C-H-I-E. I'm sure someone has warupeachie. I feel like I've looked and someone had it, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna spell it like this. And about 2 years ago, I think I really did seriously consider it and kind of played around with it in my head. I think my alt account in Unite I named warupeachie. My Cookie Run Kingdom, I think I made warupeachie. And I was just kind of like, about 2 years ago, just really like, I'm gonna start seeing how this feels. And then I kind of let it sit for a little bit. I let her marinate, and just, it's always been in the back of my mind, and I've never really strayed from warupeachie. I've always liked it. I've always enjoyed it these past 2 years, just thinking about her. And I finally decided to bite the bullet and do it. I don't really like, it is very sudden in terms of like, I did just literally wake up while I was streaming, decide I was gonna do it, and then do it. I don't know what came over me. I was playing Mario Party with friends yesterday, and I think like everyone being like, oh, warupeachie era, and I was like, I can do it. Like, it kind of gave me the push I needed. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, it is time. It is time to enter my warupeachie era. And now we're here as warupeachie. I do also have warupeachie on literally everything. I am so happy. I am so happy. In my 2 years of marinating, no one stole it from me. Because that was also a big fear I had. And so I was like, I'm gonna take it for myself, because I had the idea too. So yeah, now I'm warupeachie. I also think this falls under grounds of like, is it a reference to Princess Peach? Yes. But is it a big enough reference to where Nintendo could sue me? No. Because it's Peach. I just like peaches. I also just like peaches. That's also another thing. I do just genuinely like the fruit peaches. And I like the color. And also, all of my branding has pretty much been pink. Like, I am. So yeah, we're officially in the warupeachie era. Nothing's gonna change in terms of my content. I feel like already I was very, like, I did not have really Waluigi branding everywhere. The only thing I really have is some Twitch alerts that I am gonna change eventually. That's really all I have, because even right now my sub badges on Twitch are my dog with various like Mario character hats, and the highest level is already literally a Princess Peach wig, so I'm already good there. I'm sorry if I'm getting in and out of focus. Just like how I am losing focus on what I'm talking about. So good there. The only like remnant of like a Waluigi character, a WaifuWaluigi character, in my panels, I have like a recolored Princess Peach sprite to be the Waluigi color palette. But do you know who else would probably have a purple-ish color scheme? The antithesis to Princess Peach, warupeachie. Oh, it makes so much sense. That was the rise and fall of TheWaifuWaluigi, and now we're in warupeachie time. It's so cute, just like me. So yeah. Obviously, you can call me Lauren. If you don't want to be on a first name basis with me, you can call me warupeachie or Peachy, and it's so cute. But yeah, it's Peachy with an IE. All of my stuff is linked down below with my new username. And if there is ever anything I can make an account for, I will probably have the warupeachie username. I have also gone and changed all of my descriptions to videos to reflect the new social media. So if you do go back and watch my old videos, all of the links in the descriptions will now take you to warupeachie stuff. I hopefully did not miss any. I don't know. I did that at 12 p.m. today. Really recklessly. So yeah. Hopefully you remember who I am. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm sorry this video was kind of rambly, and the whole point was me talking about a username I don't have anymore. I'm kind of emotional about it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and like sob, but I had the username for a really long time, and I did like it. Like, I do still like it, and I do still think it's fun and cute, but I'm happy to be in the warupeachie era. I feel it more for myself. And yeah, I do still have like on Twitter, like formerly WaifuWaluigi, and like on Twitch I have my bio like formerly WaifuWaluigi. So hopefully no one's like, oh my god, who is that WaifuWaluigi person, tries to seek me out and they can't find me. Hopefully you can still find me for a little bit. I think on YouTube, even like the WaifuWaluigi URL should take you here to me now. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I am warupeachie everywhere. But if you don't want to type it, I do have it all down in the panels, I do have it all in the description down below. Sorry, I'm like Twitch brained right now. And yeah, I hope you like my new username. If you don't like it, don't tell me. If you like my old one, don't tell me. If you like my old one more, don't tell me. I will see you in the next video, hopefully sooner rather than later, but I did just want to give you an update on my username change. Yeah, bye!